Alright guys, we're learning a Polonaise by Bach today. Sounds something like this. And so forth. Hello, I'm Sean Cheek. Welcome to my SeanCheek.com videos. I always put the free part 1 on YouTube, and the rest of the lessons for this, along with many other lessons, are on my website, SeanCheek.com. But let's get started here with this. If you have any trouble sight reading at all, or reading music, rhythms, anything, you need to do my boot camp sight reading series on SeanCheek.com. It just really gives you a foundation of how to read music and rhythms. And you can download the sheet music for my method that I wrote to help you learn to sight read. So lots of good stuff on there. Let's get started here with the highlighter. We have two sharps in the key signature to begin. Two flats to begin with. And so we're going to automatically flat all the B's and all the E's. So be aware of that. Anytime we come across a B note or an E flat, we're going to automatically flat it, okay? It's in the key of G minor. Whenever you're in the key of G minor, that will be the key signature. B flat and E flat in the key signature. So, here we go. To get started, I like to take a little chunk at a time, do hand separately, and put it together. Kind of like, building something. So, let's start with the right hand. We have a high G up here, and then right below it we have a B flat. Now I'm not going to write in all the letters on this because I assume you can read music already, but just to help us a little bit to get started. G and B flat is a sixth apart. And we're going to have sixths a lot in this piece, okay? So be ready for that. G and B flat together, then we're going to play that again. We'll do the rhythm in a minute. Let's get the notes first. Then we're going to move down to A and F sharp. Now this F up here is an accidental. It's not in the key signature, but we still have to sharp it because the music tells us to do that. So A and F sharp together. Then we're going to go back up to G and B flat right here. So that first measure is 1 and 2, and that's actually how you'll count it. 1 and 2. Alright? Bum, bum, bum. We have 3 counts in the measure because Polonaises are always in 3/4. Or some, count some measure of 3. 1 and 2. Bum, 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 bum. Now let's look at the left hand. For that first measure, we have a low G to begin with. The finger number says 4, but finger numbers are subjective. Use what feels right for you. We don't use a bad fingering. There are many bad fingerings, but there's some wiggle room in there. Now we're going to go up to a B flat. So this note is a B flat. So watch out for the B flat there. Here's middle C, so we're down here on this G. G, B flat, back down to G. Then we're going to go up to a D on this last one, okay? So G, B flat, G, D. So the right hand will start, you play hands together there, and then the left hand comes in afterwards, okay? So we have hands together, and I will put these vertical lines. Those tend to help people a lot. And you only play hands together right there at the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 is the rhythm. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, now let's look at the second measure. We're going to go up higher, sort of do kind of the same thing. We're going to have an A and a C on the right hand, C and an A. We play that again, and then after that we go down to B flat and G like we had at the very beginning, B flat and G. Then we're going to go back up to C and A at that point. Okay, so that measure for the right hand is 1 and 2. It's like this one, we're just up higher. Now the left hand here at the bottom is going to play some low notes. We're going to have a low F sharp. Down here, bum. Then we go down to a low D there. If you don't know that note, that's a D. Then up to a higher D here. So, bum, bum, bum. Alright, so if I start right here, and I go 1 and 2 and 3, and that's how it goes. Let's do it again. 1 and 2 let's put the whole first line together. Here you go. Ready? Very beginning. Ready? Go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and good. Now let's look at the middle line or the next line here. We're going to go up high. This is a B flat on the top. I'm not going to write all these letters in. I'm just going to give you the start one. Okay, so B flat and D, because I assume you can read music a little already. If you can't, again, try my boot camp sight reading series on SeanCheek.com. All right, D and B flat together. So, bum, then we're going to go down to C and A and down to B flat and G. So that first group is bum, bop, bop, 1 and as far as fingerings, I use 5, 1, and then 1, 4, and then 1, 3. Bum, bum, bum. Then we're going to do that again here, exactly the same. Bum, 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 just like we did on that one. And it goes 2 times. So 1, 2. Now this one is like it, but it's lower. It starts on the lower note. That's called a sequence, when you have the same type of thing, but it's lower or higher. So starting on C and A, and then we go to B flat and G, where all B's are flat, and then we go to A and F sharp. So bum, bop, bop. So starting here, 1 and 2 and 1 and I should have said 3. I said 1 there. 1 and 2 and 3 and all right, bum, bop, bop. Slow, fast, fast, because these are 8th notes and these are 16ths. 16th notes are twice as fast as 8th notes are. Now let's look at the left hand. Starting with a low G down here. Here's middle C, so we're down here. Up to a higher G. And then we go down to a C, then up to a D, then back to low G. Okay? And you don't have to count the left hand because the right hand will count it for you. You only really count the hand that has the most notes. The other hand just lines up with it. So we'll put our lines here. Okay, let's play. Actually, I'll need one measure now. Let's do this measure first. This one right here. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and do it again. Just that measure and go. 1 and now we'll look at this last measure. We have B flat and G. Now we have thirds. Thirds are not so far apart. See these thirds starting right here and going to that far? They're not as far apart as a 6th is, okay? But they're parallel thirds. They're moving up and down together. B flat and D we start with. Then we go up to C and E flat. Remember, E is one of our flat notes because of the key signature. Then we come back down to B flat and D. Then we go down to A and C again, and then down to G and B flat for the last third. All right, if I start right here on the 6th, I have 1 and 2 and 3 and then if I put my left hand with it with the low G, right there I have 1 and 2 and 3 and okay? Now let's try the whole bottom line. So we'll do all of this now, starting right here. Ready and go. And try both lines, the top line and the bottom one. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and there we go. The rest of this piece I teach on my website, SeanCheek.com. Hope you enjoy it. See you guys later.